Good afternoon, everyone. I want to thank all of the members of the press for coming out this afternoon, just like you did yesterday. And so the purpose of today is to provide you with another update on where we are with the water situation that we have in eastern Henrico. So yesterday, the intent was to really give you a play-by-play of where we were, and I'm going to continue with that mantra, if you will. So since yesterday's press conference, our county staff have been busy in efforts to restore water in the eastern portion of the county. Those efforts have continued overnight. We have worked with our regional partners to solve the water crisis. And yesterday afternoon, Deputy County Manager Steve Yob was asked to go to the city of Richmond to help them with their water treatment plant operations and getting that facility back online. Steve was joined with a number of other county staff that had been working there and continued to work. He was also joined by Hanover's utility director and a number of other employees from Hanover County who were augmenting the efforts that the city was taking to restore that operation, which I think has been actually Herculean when you do that post-mortem. So overnight, we had crews out all night in eastern Henrico that were making a push, literally fire hydrant by fire hydrant, restoring water. We were able to restore water to nearly 6,000 residents and businesses. And it was cold last night. We had Bentley Chan, our Director of Public Utilities. I think publicly I can tell everyone that you're still wearing what you were wearing last night. And our chairman of the board, Tyrone Nelson, was actually with me, and then he was joined by Mr. Cooper, who came out to offer support to those crews who were literally going manhole to manhole, closing valves. So we were moving further east. And meanwhile, as we were out there, Steve and that team working at the water treatment plant in the city were able to have success there, restore that water treatment plant and get more water moving for the city of Richmond. I believe at the last, the mayor noted this morning that 7 of 22 pumps were working, and I think that number continues to increase. I've been in constant contact with Sabrina Joy Hogg, as well as April Bingham. Sabrina is the interim CAO in the city. April is the utilities director. Midday today, the Virginia Department of Health issued Henrico County a boil water advisory for eastern Henrico County. They issued that boil water advisory because water in that portion of the county areas, water was not moving through the utility system. However, what the Virginia Department of Health didn't realize is that once water is in our system, there is no way to say water is in eastern Henrico, it can't end up in western Henrico. So ultimately what that results in is that the county will issue a boil water advisory effective immediately to all of our residents. That boil water advisory is anticipated to be temporary as the city is going through the last phases of its boil water advisory with the Virginia Department of Health, and then we will follow protocol as necessary, but I do expect that to be temporary. Earlier this afternoon, Sabrina Joy Hogg from the city advised that the water restoration efforts in the city were progressing and that they are going to be able to have their Church Hill water tank energized. Now, why is that important? Because that water tank actually feeds the Elko area of Henrico County. And as of 3:15 this afternoon, that tank was then able to start providing water into the Elko area of Henrico County. So between the efforts that we have made getting deeper into Varina overnight and through today, and now the Elko water tank, or the Elko area starting to receive water, we are going to see water come into Varina as we speak and overnight. And so I want to, I do want to note that boil water advisory is going to be, again, necessary for the entire county. I have spoken with Dr. Cashwell, who earlier, just I believe a half hour ago, notified all of the parents in Henrico County that the school system is once again going to be closed. That is actually going to offer us some opportunities with, in the morning, 3 schools that are going to be announced later that are going to be able to be used for showers. And the sports and event center that we have in central Henrico at 6 o'clock is going to be open all night, and as necessary for people to come in and use that facility for showers. Now, before I close, I want to say thank you, and I want to do it right. So I want to say thank you to Mayor Danny Vithoulkas and the city folks that have been working on this tirelessly. Members of the press may recall, and I know you recall. So Danny Vithoulkas was actually the health director in Richmond, Henrico. He worked for this city manager. We went through COVID together, and Danny took us, our region, through COVID. He has been in office, a week, and his first crisis, and collectively we came together, and I believe we have solved this issue for our residents and for our region. I want to thank my counterparts in Hanover County and Chesterfield for everything that they've done, and the Regional Incident Management Team for everything that they have done, and our staff who has worked to the bone trying to figure out how to get this water crisis solved.